Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Today, I'm going to show you how to write a lesson plan that combines multiple grammar points, specifically used to, the simple past, and the present perfect. This lesson plan will help students use these tenses naturally in conversation, allowing them to talk about past habits with used to, simple past, and present perfect daily. So, here's my speaking activity. It begins with a sentence. I used to be shy. From there, students need to come up with a reason why they were shy. If your students are weaker, you can provide them with a structure to guide their response. For example, you could give them, to be weak in a lesson. They should then create a sentence using this phrase, such as, I was weak in my lessons. I didn't understand when my teacher asked me a question, so I couldn't answer. My friends made fun of me. To help them expand their ideas, you can introduce the phrase, make fun of somebody, and encourage them to include it in their story. Next, they should say the result of that. I give them the structure, shy to do something. The word shy has multiple structures. If you check it in dictionaries such as shy to do something or shy of doing something. Provide some examples. I was shy to speak with my friends. I was shy to talk to my teacher. Students can then personalize their responses using this structure. Finally, they should describe a specific situation using used to talk about past habits. Encourage them to form sentences like, at school, I used to remain silent. I used to be shy. I didn't used to talk to my friends when they asked me a question. Since used to is for past habits, this activity helps students practice expressing past behaviors in a structured way while building fluency. Then, students should talk about how they have changed using the present perfect. To guide them, introduce the phrase, since I got a place in university, I have. This structure encourages them to reflect on their personal growth. Since is a key word for the present perfect, it helps indicate an ongoing change or development. For example, since I got a place in university, I have become friendly. I have been friendlier. Next, students should explain why they changed. To help them, give them the idea of a sociable friend. Encourage them to describe their friends' personalities and how they influence them. For example, I had some sociable friends. They were very friendly and outgoing. Because of them, I have become more sociable. I have learned how to talk to people more easily. The key focus here is using the present perfect to describe personal growth and ongoing effects. This allows students to connect their past experiences with their present perfect, making their responses more meaningful and natural. So, with the key points I mentioned, students can use used to, the simple past, and the present perfect to create a story and improve their speaking skills. The most important thing is that learning grammar alone is not enough. Students need to actively use it in speaking. By putting them in real-life situations like this, you encourage them to speak naturally. Over time, when they talk about their personal experiences, they will start using these grammar structures unconsciously, without even thinking about it or making an effort. So, let's move on to our next speaking activity. As I mentioned in my previous videos, we have different types of activities: controlled activities, semi-controlled activities, and free activities. The last activity I explained was a controlled activity, but this one is more semi-controlled or free because I don't provide students with ideas or sentence structures. Instead, I let them create their own story using the grammar points I introduced. This helps me assess whether they have learned the structures and where they might need help. Speaking activity. The prompt for this activity is, I used to be friendly. This time, I don't give them a structure or ideas. I let them figure it out on their own. First, they should describe how they were friendly. Then, they should talk about the result of being friendly and share a real situation from that time. After that, they transition into talking about changes using the present perfect. I write since, I have, or I have changed. They need to explain why they changed, how they changed, what the result of that change was. Provide an example. To help them maintain coherence, I give them cohesive devices like because, I mean, so, And for example, coherence means that their story should flow naturally and stay on topic. These linking words help them organize their thoughts clearly. Since they already know they should use used to and the simple past for past habits, and then switch to the present perfect for changes, they can structure their story effectively. While they are speaking, I write down their mistakes, and when they finish, I provide guidance and feedback to help them improve. After that, I write down their mistakes, as I mentioned before, and help them with the correct structure. I also encourage them to use a dictionary to check word collocations and structures. As you know, students can learn a lot from a dictionary, and in one of my upcoming videos, I'll explain how to guide students in using a dictionary effectively. When writing down mistakes, don't focus only on grammar. Pay attention to the overall flow and feeling of the sentence, intonation and pronunciation, word and sentence stress. Learning English is not just about grammar, it involves many aspects, including intonation, stress, and natural expression. Encourage students to be aware of these elements and guide them while they are speaking. That's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful and enjoyable. I'll see you soon in the next one. If you have any questions about lesson planning or need help with a specific lesson plan, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll be happy to help. Also, I have a Telegram channel where I share lesson plans and teaching ideas. Feel free to join for more resources.